here for another live profile review. All right, so let me double check that I'm definitely live here. I believe I am. All right, there I am. Yay. All right. So every week we are actually twice a week right now. We are going live and going over profiles for musicians, and I'm doing a quick overview and review and giving some tips on what I think is working well and what you could maybe do a little better in order to gain more followers and in turn put more people in the room when you play and buy your stuff. So here we go this week. And I did forget to mention last week. So last Saturday we did Tart Vandalay. And this week we are doing Mathias, and these two have gone through my beta program. Today, so, and when I did the reviews during the beta program, I only looked at one because I had only asked them to pick one social media platform and we were focusing on that. So what I have today is the TikTok that he used during the beta program. But in my reviews now, I am going through and looking at the other platforms, and we're kind of looking that things are consistent and like clear all the way through. And normally I go through and review everything beforehand. I write out my notes so I am ready. But I was finding some interesting things here. And so I stopped because I wanted to kind of show you how it works when things aren't cohesive throughout all the platforms. So this way you can kind of see my process, which the reason I want you to see this is because when you book a show or you're sending your information trying to book a show, or you are whatever it is you're trying to do, and these people, a lot of them will be like, okay, what's your social media? I want to show you, like, if you give them one platform, what they're going to do when they go to look at the other platforms, because they're going to go look. So let me share my screen here. Okay, and now you should be able to see the TikTok that we have here. So this was the TikTok account that he had used during the program. So let's go through. We're going to go through the 6 categories. So for clarity, yes, it's clear. It is a music profile. It could be more clear. So I noticed there was this link here, and it's not clickable. And I think that is because I believe you have to have 1,000 followers before you get the clickable link on TikTok, unless you switch to a business profile. I have also heard don't switch to the business profile before you have the 1,000 followers, because it does tend to stunt your growth and it takes a lot longer to get to the 1,000 followers. So in this case, what he did was put the link in here as his bio. I would say if there's room in there to go ahead and add your genre, there should always be some little blurb about your genre in there, just so people know. So this link here goes to this, which looks like it's just a single. And then there's links to Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, and Deezer. So I don't know if this is going to open in my web. Yes, it will. Okay. So I wanted to see, it's going to the single. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. So this is just a promo for the single. So that's great. Everything looks good so far. So then let's talk about the channels. So my next step in looking at this would be to immediately start seeing, can I find a Facebook? So I did find a Facebook page. This is here. This is cool. Everything looks good on here so far. So I found that. So I went to look for the same screen name from TikTok on Instagram. I did find this. And as you know, I've said before, even if you don't plan on being proactive, like in posting on a platform, always grab your screen name, always. So that's what I assumed was done here. Here's the X Evolution 24. There's no posts and there's only 2 followers. So no activity on here. So then let's go back So those were the three, and I could not find anything on YouTube. So now we're going to talk about, my initial first thought here was that I don't see a website because this is the only link that I am seeing, which was the single. So then let's move to the consistency. So I moved on from this and I started looking at consistency. So the one thing I did notice is that there seems to be a couple of different photos, and then there's no photo on this one. So that is one thing. I would make sure you have consistent photos across the platforms, even if you're not using them. In the bio, like I said, throw in your genre in there. So then when I go to the Facebook page, though, I did finally notice I had clicked on something else over here and found that there is a website. So let's click on that. And the website's great, but make sure you add your website to all the different platforms. So we have some home, about, a music page, and then their one sheet. And I did notice we have all of our links down here, and that there was a link for Instagram. And lo and behold, I found an actual Instagram page. So what I would say to do is, maybe if you're not ever going to use this one, maybe put one post up that directs people to this one. Since the natural thing is, if they find you on TikTok, is to look up this name. So here is an actual profile. And here we do have the pop rap R&B artist. So that should be on all the platforms. And then we have the link, again, the same link before to this, to the Tonight single. And he's using highlights, which is good. So then I went back to look at the posting frequency. And now I think if I click on some of these, is it going to sound? Okay, no, the sound stays off. So what I'm really just looking for here is the date. So we have 8/16, 8/11, 8/7, 7/11. So it looks like during August, he started doing about once a week. And then there was at least one in July. There's a couple here in June. And then this is kind of during the program. So he's very consistent when we were doing the program. And as you can see, there's some definite action on these posts. So there's comments. There are, I believe there's a couple of saves on one of them. I can't remember now where I was looking, but there's definitely comments. There's definitely likes. So there's activity through the whole thing. Now let's run over to the Facebook page here. And okay, so he is doing posts on each platform and not making new stuff for each platform. You're just doing one video, and that's good. The only thing I would say to do is to run this through the watermark remover, snaptic.app, I think it's called. Let me see if I can actually find it and bring it up here so you can see it. Yeah, so all you do on this is go, it's much easier on your phone, but you would copy the link, come over here to the TikTok downloader, pop your link in here and click download, and then it will remove this TikTok watermark on here. Facebook doesn't like that. And as you can see, on this one, there's only 2 likes. It's probably because of that TikTok watermark. When you remove that, it goes to so many more people. So definitely keep that in mind when you're reposting stuff. It is one extra step, but it's an extra step. And same thing for Instagram. You can use that unwatermark thing to upload to both platforms then, and even to YouTube. So yeah, and I think this was the same. Oh no, and so on this one, it looks like we went from August and then had no posts in between May and August. I would definitely, whatever you're posting on one platform, just post it on all the platforms. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. I say this every time. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. Just post it on all the platforms. And if you want to stagger them out, that's fine too. Say you want to post the posts, say you want to make one post a week. You can post it on Facebook on Monday, on Instagram on Tuesday, on YouTube on Wednesday, and then TikTok on Thursday. You can do that because you're only using one piece of content. All right, so that's for the posting frequency. Oh, let's double check Instagram here. And again, yeah, so definitely remove that TikTok watermark. Instagram does not like that, although you do get 84 views, which is good. All right, can I swing through here? Yeah, so 13 weeks ago, 15 weeks ago. So at one point, you were doing it at least once a week. I would keep going with the once a week and promoting because you did have some momentum there with that, and I can see that. And don't worry about like you haven't posted in a while, whatever. Just start posting again. Just start posting again. It'll pick right back up. All right, so that's for consistency. All right, so the content itself. So let's take a look here. We have, this is like a cover, but it's your music, which is good. And the cool thing about doing this is that you make a sound on TikTok, and when you do this on Reels, it'll do the same thing that other people can use in their videos, and that's a great way to get found too. All right, so let's take a look here. So this is kind of like a behind the scenes, more personalized video, which is cool. It's other content. Sneak peeks are great. Always love those. Another cover using some of the like the AI stuff here, which is cool. I actually really like this one. That looks really cool. Showing like kind of a behind the scenes celebration here with some friends. Advertising the song. And here's a good call to action. Hyperlink in my bio, so you let people know where to go find it. Behind the scenes there is great. More promos for the song. So these are really good. So obviously TikTok is all about video. Let's go over to Facebook and see what we have here. All right, so good use of captions and writing something. The only thing I would do here, because it's Facebook, I would actually put the link in here, just or in the comments. Either place. Test both, see what works. New singles. This was like a preview to it. Yeah, and don't be afraid to put the links in there for people to listen to it and find it where they can get it later. And then you had a save thing for Spotify. Okay, that was good. I would just be more direct with your calls to action to have people click it and pre-save it. I'm doing a poll. Polls are always great. The thing about this one though, I would just have added one thing at the end here. Okay, I'm doing a poll on which cover art is better for my new single coming out. Out of the two with most likes and comments will be the new cover art for my new single. Tell me which one you like best. Just tell them what to do. Be direct. And were there any, I don't think there's any actual comments on this one, but I don't know what happened on other platforms there. But yeah, so when you're doing your calls to actions, just be direct. Tell people what the exact action you want them to take. All right, so let's go over, we did look a little bit at the Instagram stuff, and I'm going to guess a lot of these are the same here. Okay, link in bio. Actually, did you have the cover art one on here too? How do I go back here? Okay, which cover art? So you did put it, okay, so here people responded, which is good. How can I go? Okay, here, maybe I can do it this way. There we go. But yeah, definitely tell me which one you like best. It's more direct, and you'll probably get more comments by telling them like what to do with that. All right, so let's go back now. Community. So I did not take a look here. Let's see. I don't think there's a couple of comments on here. Let's see what we got for comments on here. So there are some comments. Okay, this is really good. Answering and commenting back. Really good. Anytime you get a comment, try to comment back. That it's just like a handshake to the algorithm. Tells the algorithm that you're interested in the people who are commenting on your posts. Yeah, and just make sure you're adding those links and commenting back to people who are asking like that. All right, so let's go down here. Yeah, so you do have a few comments on here. Just make sure you're commenting back to those people. It can just be a thank you. It can be one word. It just has to be relevant to the conversation, basically. I did not find any Facebook groups or anything like that. Definitely put that on in the back of your head there for when you start really growing and getting more followers and getting more active followers. I would definitely think about a group for use as like behind the scenes stuff, like special things that you aren't posting on regular social media. That's where you can do some of your special stuff for the people, because people who join a group for you are there because of you. And the last piece here is going to be conversion. So we talked a little bit about the calls to action. Definitely you want to be more direct, and I hate to put it like this, but tell people what you want them to do. Just tell them what you want them to do, because people need to be told that, and then they will generally take the action that you're asking for if they're super interested in you and your music and helping you out. All right, so and the other place to use that is in cover photos. So let's take a look here. Yeah, I would put a caption in here and send them somewhere, wherever you want to send them, to a new single, to your website, whatever it is. What was I going to say about this? Oh yeah, so we have the website. You have contact information on here. This is really good. And actually, I wanted to double check if that was the same page here. It doesn't really tell me. Sometimes it'll give you that screen name there. So I wasn't sure if I have the right Facebook page there, but that's what I found when I went searching. The about page is great. It's a short and sweet, to the point. Good amount of pictures, and then he's got the one sheet here, quick little blurb, and then a whole music page, which I loved. This was pretty cool, and where to find everything. So that's a good website, and I like the fact that the links are here in what's known as above the fold. I don't have to scroll down to find them. Everything that I needed was right here. I did not look at LinkedIn. I have LinkedIn. I use LinkedIn. This particular artist is also a producer. And so having a LinkedIn is definitely important for him to meet other people and get work that way. I don't generally say it's great. It's not really known as like a music platform. So it's more for the business side of things. So if you're looking for specific things there, I would say you can sign up there on a personal level, find people that way. but you probably don't need to put your band page on there. I don't see it exploding as a music platform anytime soon. But yeah, I don't have any of my band stuff on there. I just use it more for connecting with people. The only thing I would see that is kind of maybe missing here, I don't see anywhere where there's an email list. Email lists are golden. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know how I feel about this. You own your email list. If the social media platform you're doing great on suddenly takes a dive tomorrow and is gone from the internet, how are you going to reach your fans? Yeah, there's other platforms, but you don't own any of these social media platforms. Social media should be looked at as a tool. It's just a tool to help you promote and help you market your music. Your email list is yours. You own it. You can email those people and keep in touch with them. And it's the best way. So if something happens tomorrow to TikTok or Facebook, you still have your email list and can still reach your people. Very important. I would definitely think about setting that up. There's tons of free options. MailerLite, MailChimp. I think ConvertKit has a free level. But there's so many to try out. Definitely look into it, consider it. And it's pretty easy to put a contact form on a site to collect names and addresses and stuff. And I did not see any kind of chat widget either, but you do have a ton of contact information on here, which is great. So there is ways for people to contact you. But sometime even in the future, maybe I have a little chat widget on my site that connects to Facebook Messenger. So something to think about to put on there. All right, so that I think is everything for today, but I hope you could see how I would find one thing, which I thought was the website, but it was really just the link for the single, and then found the actual website on the Facebook page. So I would streamline that information. So it seems like you are promoting that Tonight single more. So maybe make sure that that's the link that's everywhere. And then when you're, or maybe even get a link tree to put multiple links in there, and then you can just stick with that link in bio stuff. So everyone would have your website. They would be able to find the singles that you're promoting at any given time, be able to sign up on your email list if you can get that set up. But yeah, I would make that clear throughout each platform. Like make sure the profile photos are all the same. Make sure the link is all the same everywhere. Add that genre in there just so people know right off the bat. Because when you add that, it becomes super clear right away that it's a music profile. And what I'm going to find here is somebody's music. And I think you can weed out the people who aren't interested in that style of music, because we don't want them on our pages, because they're just dead weight. We don't want a follower that's not going to be active on the page. So those are the 6 C's for today. For this profile, if you would like to submit your profile for review, just send an email to podcast@rockvision.com and I will add you to my list. And I will be back here on Wednesday at noon. And we'll have another profile review for you. Have a great Saturday. Bye.